Hey, right when it turns over, too. Great for that. Good here in the sound department. Looks like it got green over here. Alright. Okay, so we got an answer to our question here on the sample engine and whether or not there are user samples, and unfortunately, as we long suspected, there are no user samples in this. This is their sample base engine, and here's how you get to it. I already got it hooked up over here. We're just going to go right into it for a minute here. So, you link your MiniFreak together, and obviously it does what it does. But over here is where the sample menu is. So when you're on your hardware and you're linked to your software, when you move around in the presets, space grid. So, the sample menu, the sample engine, how you reach the samples, how you manipulate the samples, and this is what she meant by the chaos knob. You know, she was talking about something and referring to the hardware. Well, obviously, in this case, there is no chaos on the MiniFreak hardware. But on the software, it is all over this sample menu. So, you know, if one were to get lost in the ecosystem and be like, oh, yeah, you know, you would be like, hey, this is the chaos knob because you got the 3 over here and then the volume, so it represents what's on here. So instead of shape, timbre, and wave, you have chaos, density, and start. So that's what the demo video that Arturia made was kind of representing over here. So that's why I wanted to do this as a separate thing instead of going through it when we took a first look at this, because I wasn't too sure on whether or not, you know, there were restrictions for user samples, and there's no user samples. So boo, but maybe in the future, I don't know, hopefully. I mean, they certainly may be keeping it in mind. So there are all these settings here. This is the sample preset menu. And you just go down it, and there's, you know, there's bass, chords, keys, percussion, sequence, effects, strings, synthesizers, and the vocal, and then whatever the hell this is. So, I mean, they all add their little characteristics. I mean, the bass 808's pretty good for this patch. So, it's how things are done. I mean, so what about these oscillators here? Can you input these into the sample now? So speech. Just looking over here real quick. See what they got for things, because, you know, if you could put one on one, then the other. So this is Aftermath too. This is one of their presets that they have here. So, all right, let me say hi to everybody. Sorry, I didn't mean to annoy you guys. River X, Systems of Reality. Tracker Jack. Gotcha. Right on time. So yeah, I mean, it's cool. It adds depth and dimension and everything. I'm also going to go through the presets in the menu with the older patches too. We've been kind of staying in the new 3.0 patches over here. So here's the thing. When you have your hardware and your software linked and then you're making these changes over here, you could affect the change on your hardware, and it'll stay on your hardware after you disconnect. I mean, you got to save it or whatever. You are not invisible. I said hi to you on the thing. Oh, here, hold on. Let me get to your big comment over here. Sorry about that. You are not invisible, sir. I bet there's a folder you could find. There's Arturia's Common where you could find samples in line. Yeah, you know, I was thinking about that too, and one of our friends over here reached out to Arturia and asked them directly, and they're like, I'll get back to you, and then they got back to me. They're like, unfortunately, you cannot. Just updating MiniFreak V right now. Yeah, cool. All right, let's get some more sound going here. Don't mean to keep it so low, guys. I had some explaining to do. Oh, here. How about this? Yep, that's why. Yeah, no, you're good. But Wagyu on my phone, I can't see his profile pic like I can on here. Simon Green. Welcome. So, I mean, the sample menu's pretty straightforward. It's not any... I mean, it's a cool feature to have. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just without having your own user samples, it's limited. That's kind of cool. It's a weird element to add to it. Like, I don't mind it. Okay, well. But this is all the stuff it already had before. What it didn't have were all the grains. But this one doesn't have it, so you only have the one that you could use. What if you do, what if you decide not to do the grains over here? Like a saw or something. Does it let you do it? No, it doesn't let you do it on any of the other ones either. Well, I mean, cool still. I mean, it's fine. I don't really have a problem with it. Okay, so sample. So it's only the sample one that has these little sub things. Is it? Oh, I guess they all do. There you go. Oh, well, that's the wavetable. Never mind. That's something totally different. So now, can you get into cloud grains like this? Does it do the same thing? It gives you the same menu for it, for the sample presets. That is interesting. So the sample menu exists on all of them? Yes, it does. There you go. Well, that sounds kind of cool. I do enjoy that. I do enjoy that quite a bit. That's entertaining. So, for sound designers and, you know, people like to tinker with stuff. Let me move this up. There you go. See more of my stupid face. Yeah, you know, I mean, it works out for sound design for sure. But I was just trying to figure out what makes the sample engine or what makes the sample menu so good, you know, what makes it so, what's the big deal about it? Nothing really. Trust one. But something, it's not nothing. Yeah, it's because I'm streaming it. We're doing our daily for once. The last like few weeks. Okay, so what was it? Last week we didn't do one on Saturday, and then the ones before that, they were all at 10 p.m. because we just couldn't gather the time during the day. Actually, it was y'all's fault. No, we were on that messing around, for 4.5 hours. It was like, yeah, I got to reserve that for the 10 p.m. over here on the West Coast. It's not even evening time. Yep. Reality. That's a loaded question. Well, for one, in its class, the price point for what it does so much. It's really easy to affect change, the software integration, it's really something else, Okay, so what are we in? We're in these bad boys over here, and it doesn't matter which patches you're in either. Let's see if we could venture out real quick and do something beyond this. So, with the sample menu being at hand, what Arturia has stated... Hold on, let me get over here real quick. Yeah, I know, I love it. He said such a high-value sim. Oh, you're being facetious. It's all good. Okay, so let me get my water. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so yeah, no, dead serious for sure. Yeah, it's best in show. Best in show. I still like it, especially with the granular additions more than the Hydrosynth. Especially now. Can't believe how feature-rich it is. Yeah, especially now. Okay, so what I was saying is that this, unfortunately, is the sampler in its entirety, really. You can't do anything here on the hardware, as far as I'm aware of. When it pulls you into your sample menu, I don't know what that means when it pulls up on here, because you have it set as like one of the presets. But when you go into the sample menu and you do the stuff in here for the, well, this is for the thing over here. So go into, all these over here. So what Arturia has relayed was that you have to go into the software. You have to link your hardware to your software and put them in. That is ridiculous. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so it's not nothing. It's like I said, like it's not nothing. So what? You could only do this in the in the software when you have your hardware linked up. You know what you could also do when you have it linked up and you find something like this? You could also hit save. and go save into the pre-slot. And now it's there. So now I turn that lovely, beautiful pad into a destructive digital synth. Welcome. Sorry, I got the release all the way up. I mean, yeah, so ain't nothing wrong there. I ain't got no problems. Sat. I mean, seriously, they're quality enough samples. Okay, cool. What are those? For me, shit. Over here wrapping Christmas presents. Ooh, I like that one too. Peter, something, coffee table. What is good, my friend? I told you I was only going to say that name that one time. I say you're get a Peter or a coffee table. How's it going, man? It's good to see you here. They're good quality samples. They affect the change that they need to in the patch, so they all match well with whatever's going on. And if you got something that doesn't match, you could just I mean, categorically speaking, they do a really good job of covering the spread of the types that you would want to switch between to affect the change in whatever patch you've selected. So it makes it easy to find something right away. Like, every one of these have been pretty much winners. Even that one. Not bad, right? Mozart. Welcome. So, I mean, whatever you want to save it to, works for it. I want to do something else. I want to do something I could save over here. Let's go away from the strings. I mean, the synths have a lot of good ones over here, especially going through. The bass had a couple good ones, too. Let me just go back over to this Morphe synth. Let's see what we got here. See what I mean? Yikes. That sounds nuts. I want to get that string off of there. my friend. I was just telling the fine folks here the message that has been relayed from Arturia. So the sample is this thing right here. It's this shim key thing. Definitely like the key better because it goes well with this. I like the bass one. The bass one goes with this patch a lot, but that shine key, whew. Everyone does different with sample engines nowadays. Some people drop them, use them and reverse them, mangle them up. I guess there's no right and wrong. Yeah, you know, it's kind of like I don't know. The way that they have this set up, it seems like they're leaning towards that way, like they'll get to it. I think there's going to be such a demand for it that they're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna do it, or maybe they're already sitting on it, and this is just a sneak peek while they wait to roll out that MiniFreak. I don't know. We're not in the cool kids club over here. We're not privy to such information, but we know people who are, and they've signed NDAs and are not allowed to talk about it, so we're screwed and have nothing as far as information goes. If I was to get a new mini synth, be a hard decision between this and the Hydrosynth Explorer. Yeah, when I spend some more time, probably at the other side of the new year, I'll probably do a comparison video because I just have to get more time with the Hydrosynth. And I was going in that direction, especially playing with the 49 key. But then this update, and I'm like, hey, you know, I was already leaning towards MiniFreak anyway, and now I'm over here in MiniFreak land, and I don't think I'm ever going to get out for a while. So that video is still coming. I'm still gonna compare the two for sure. They're just it's good to have the two as a pair. The comparison between the two is it's just such different synthesis, and even the hardware, the oscillators are so much different. The effects, even though they kind of do the same thing, Arturia has the hydrosynth effects beat. I'd say that out the gate. But the hydrosynth Explorer, you could do battery operated. You can't do that over here with the MiniFreak. Sound quality wise and fun, the Arturia has done a better job of sounding less digital. And I've always said that the same thing, that is a common phrase about the good digital beats bad analog. It's not that there's a lot of bad analog out there or whatever. This is just really good digital synthesis. Hydrosynth, so far in my experience, it has patches that sound really good, and there's a lot of changes that you could affect, but it just sounds really, really digital. So it's cool to affect the change and do what you need to do, throw it through an analog mixer or something like that. But it's not enough for the Hydrosynth. For the Arturia, it's enough to just throw this through the Yamaha and call it a day. Twin Cities Oxygen. Checked out Mobius. I tried Luna briefly, and because I have it here, it was available free for OS users, iOS users, and or OS X. I don't know how they have those distinctions for Apple. There you go. So I used it, and at first they gave you like some 90-day or whatever trial, maybe 60 days of the Neve summing, and it's just, I'm too busy to learn a new DAW, and I just realized that when trying to run a whole session, I was trying to run a session that I was in the middle of working, and I was like, I'm already familiar with Logic, I'm just going to pivot over to Logic, and yeah. So, I mean, you're the second person who's mentioned Luna as of recent. I mean, it's a good DAW, and it says that there's a sound to it. I just haven't been able to explore it enough to determine what that is. Okay, let's find something else. Eternian. Welcome. Wagyu says, I don't think the Hydrosynth sounds that digital. It kind of did at release, but they updated a lot more. Yeah, so I think there's definitely a lot, and when I did the firmware update, there was definitely a huge difference between the factory and what came out of that, especially in the E-patches, and I was totally blown away. There was definitely a lot more analog sounding that sound really good. Like all my favorite patches in the Hydrosynth are off the back end. But it's like I said, I'm totally biased because I haven't had the Hydrosynth for very long, so comparing the two right now is not a good idea, especially when they throw this massive update over here, and it's just like so awesome. All right. Oh, you don't have the hardware yet? Yeah, they did a really good job with this VST for sure. The reason why, for those who didn't catch it earlier, the reason why I have the VST up right now is because in order to affect the change in the sampler, you have to do it through the VST. The VST links to your hardware, therefore you affect the change in your software, and then save it into the hardware, and it keeps it. So you're all good. It's it's the way. So, but it's pretty painless. So let's see if we could do something else over here. I think I saved that one, and then let's see what else we got going on here. I was in the 3.0, and it was this one, I think. Now, I'm in the cloud grains. If I go into the sample, now that is dope. Hey. Oh, it doesn't loop. It does now. I like that. Wagon gave me the pointy hat. I will go stand in the corner. Yeah, so to your point, DL, I was looking into the MPC Key 37 because we need a sampler that could chop with pads. But after getting the Hydrosynth especially and having these, I much would rather do that in an MPC 1, not only because the form fit is more old school, so the screen sits on top over here, so all the stuff that you're doing is right here, not over here, or as the key would be, the screen's over here, and so just figured, hey, why not? Jared George. Welcome, my friends. Yeah, shout out to Symptoms of Reality for having a great show for sure. And thank you guys for plugging this whole live stream. We don't get much plugs on our live stream, we just do it. It's good to have friends. Welcome, y'all. I like it. I'll save it. And if I don't like it, I won't later. Or you could just save it somewhere else. I could always put it elsewhere and not stick it there, but I'll stick it there. So yeah, pretty dope. It's gonna get me over here. Yeah, because this is 60. Yeah, because the unicorn farts. What was the other one that was over here that was really good that I liked? Raster. Whoa, it crashed. Look at that. I think it was James Dyson who was on it and he crashed his MiniFreak. I was like, I don't think I ever crashed my software before. Look how quick it just came right back up. No harm, no foul. It never happened. We all saw it. We all saw it, guys. DMG. Welcome. How's it going? Okay, where were we at? We were at this twisted whatever. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Right here, right away. Okay, so let's be a little bit more cautious with this, okay? We still getting audio? Yeah, we still getting audio. Fit. Okay, so let's be more cautious. We won't change these while we're playing. But we were trying to get the fifth. Old man Fantom. Appreciate the super chat, my friend. Wanted to stop by, wish a happy holiday to Viber Beats. Appreciate you, bro. Just been busy for a few months. Hope all is well. You and yours. You too, my friend. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Good seeing you. Yeah, you know, busy times, especially lately. That time just flies by. Good to see you. What do we got? We got a reverb on here. I could do a phaser. I think a phaser will work on that. Distortion definitely wouldn't work on that. But Morse is the only one that works, really. Take care, Biscuit. Half man, half god, half whatever the hell your name is nowadays. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Take care, Don. Appreciate you. Oh, you'll see us before. What's our regular schedule start tomorrow? Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do for Christmas, but we're going to do something. I want to do a giveaway, but I'm not in bed with any of these companies to be like, hey. That is crazy sounding. Save it. Sure, why not? Let's save right over that. Okay, so now the question here is going through all these. Let's go to the front. Or is this just the front of the thing? I think this is just the front of the new patches. Nope, it isn't. It's the front. This is an older patch. Okay, okay. So this is what I wanted to do here. This is what I wanted to figure out. What I wanted. There you go. You got it? Yeah, I'm using OBS. Yep, OBS gang for sure. Okay, so this is an old patch. What can you do here? Oh, yes. You could go down. You could wavetable. You could sample anything. So why do they put the sample menu if you can't, or can you? Am I that ignorant? Let's see. I didn't mean to sound like that, folks. I just really... And see, there's an audio in thing here, too. There's a wave with the audio in here. So it doesn't give me any differences over here. It doesn't give me any chances or any menu. So they're right on when they say you can only do it in here. They're like, there's nothing on the hardware that'll show you like, hey, you could do it here. There's that key again. Okay, so it's underneath the filter. It's all the way He said night, Andy. Yeah. Sleeping soundly in his wormhole. Oh, that didn't sound right. Okay, I can do distortion on this patch. Starts out being up and octave. It's an interesting way to use the sample engine, but you could utilize the sample engine for every patch. They're not just limited to the new 3.0 patches. You know, they're not specific. So long as you're in the software and you have your stuff linked up, you know, you could throw the sample menu in and it'll give you the options that they have set forth. Now, that doesn't mean that we will not get from Arturia more samples, because you know how they roll. but know how they roll. Oh, come on. I'm just going to let it do this because it's going to save my patches that I affected the change, because I affected the change on 4 of them. 3 of them. So, going to the sound banks. While I do have faith in Arturia, I love their stuff. They are on it. They are having a moment. I would say this year goes to Arturia and Behringer. And it'd be an interesting, I would say Arturia gets it. But if you want sounds, you can get stuff from the store. You can see they got lots of stuff. And the reason why we don't have them is because most of them are for Analog Lab. The reason why we got these ones is because they're specific for the MiniFreak. And I didn't get this one. Maybe I'll get this one too. But I mean, seriously, this is it. This is what they have for the MiniFreak specifically. So they're kind of lacking on presets for themselves, but, you know, who needs presets with a synth like this? They're always good to have. I mean, the answer to that question is we do. But if you want to affect the change in the sample menu, you have to go to the software. As per their word and our experience in confirming their word, which is the reason why we didn't go through the sample menu when we went live with this the first time. We didn't want to look like a bunch of dummies trying to figure it out, something that didn't go. I don't know what accent or voice that is, but the darkening. Oh, yeah. Definitely changes things. Let me try to throw a like a super unison on it. Yeah, the super distortion. Oh, I can't do the super unison or the reverb on it. I'll do the chorus. See how that goes. Yeah, didgeridoo on synth. On weed. I struggled powering on my new Behringer Mini. The Mini V. Oh, shit. Who holds down a power button? I guess you do, huh? Man. That's good to know, though. I was thinking about getting one of those things. Anyone who has a digital Yamaha. Right? I do like that one. It took me 5 minutes and 4 USB cables. I'm glad you got it figured out. Sometimes it's just the power button. And that's funny in a good way, because you got it working. That would suck if you haven't figured it out all this time. You're like, stuck it here, and I threw it against the wall. Sons of bitches. All right, what do we got here? I had saved that for the. These are all like my favorites, so I'm just taking my favorite patches that I've already made, and then I'm throwing some sampler in it, so I could go to these. That's the robot. Sorry, I'm like reading from a distance, so even with my glasses on, it's a bit. I swear this new update has improved aftertouch. Because, like, it really... Some patches more than the others, but, like, you could feel it, like... I know I'm affecting a lot of it with the effects and everything with the attack and all that, but that's not what I'm talking about. Like, you could feel... That's the thing, like, somebody once told me this had polyphonic aftertouch, and I relayed that message to, I think, Samurai, and I'm like, oh, I feel like a dumbass. I've been had, I just believed the first thing I heard, because it was from a reliable source, they just assumed it did. They got the Hydrosynth and the MiniFreak mixed up. I'm like, you bastard, I relayed that information. All up by our deals. Yeah, gotta go for it for sure. Corks need a power button held for a few seconds to start them up too. What was the one? Oh my god, like, it would be crazy. But that's what I'm saying. Oh, hey, I didn't give you... I'm talking to you casually like you've been here the whole time. Phil so, a.k.a. Rob. Welcome. I'm sorry, man. It's best in show. What can I say? If you don't have one, you should probably get one. Good to have you, Robbie. Yeah, with polyphonic aftertouch, it would be quite the leap. But it seems like it just seems improved. Alright, just making sure. I definitely want to save that. I'm going through every one of my patches starting from the bottom and adding the sample library to it. So yeah, MPE would be crazy. Maybe on the Mega Freak or Super Freak or whatever freak is coming. Super Freak Polygon. You know, it's funny because we've been talking about this elusive Super Freak for like over a year now in the community. Take care, Carbon Vibes. Stay safe out there, my friend. It's getting crazy. Micro, mini, mega. Yeah. Yeah, mega seems like the thing. Not super. Super Freak seems like it would be the better name, but mega seems more uniform. And it seems like they would go mega freak. And it rolls off the tongue too, so it's like good on them for that. Okay, punch hit. Let's go down to some of the stuff that we haven't really... Well, I mean, there's not really much, but there's enough to try out. Let's go into a major 7th chord. Oh, well, that's quite nice. See, this is why I never learn my chords. I just rely on stuff like this to get me through. It's like, hey, you really know your chords, don't you? Like, yeah. Super beast. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Yeah, it's just such a pleasant, like, from patch to patch. Now, in all fairness, I scoped out what I like the best after taking it out to the ocean and all that other stuff and doing all those videos. I was like, okay, I want to pick what I want to pick out here. So I picked the best of the best, what I want out of here. But that's not to, you know, shit on anything they got going on over here, because... I just want to get freaked out. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, and the Micro Freak is a really great starter point, but the Mini Freak is just so next level in comparison. Just having that polyphony difference. Yeah, Le Freak. Imagine if they did two at the same time. To like, we got this Mega Freak, and then we got this Super Freak over here. We got the 49 key, and we got the 61 key. And then you still have people complaining, where the 88 key at? I want the 76. Motherfuckers ain't never satisfied. Right? Eddie Sonic. Welcome. It's much different. Put that down for you guys. Sorry. It's much different. You know, they do put pigments in the Astrolab, but that is all affected, the change kind of is similar to this. Like, all the changes affected in the Astrolab are all done through the software, and then you could throw those patches onto your hardware. You know, that was kind of an idea that they plucked from doing this, because it works out with the synergy between the two of them, and you know, synchronizing these two are like great. It was just, this update was nothing. It was just pull it up right there. It's like, oh, okay, gotcha. sounds for sure. I still want to figure out what the audio in thing is all about. I imagine it's kind of self-explanatory, but I just got to go through it all. Yeah, see? This is what everybody... I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to do it. You know, because people have been talking about this for a minute. They've been wanting it. You know, Arturia is really good at reading their customer base. And I really think that this 3.0 update is a precursor to whatever they got cooking on the back end, because they're going to put this 3.0 software into the, you know, whatever they're working on or whatever. You know, I know it doesn't work like that when it comes to hardware and software, but if you're utilizing something that's uniform, it makes sense to do that across the board. So if you have something with an engine that matches, like the Freak series, and then you're just putting that engine into a bigger synthesizer, you would want those two softwares to be the same. You wouldn't want different on the other ones, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Like I said, we're not a part of the Cool Kids Club. We're not privy to the information. All we got is pure speculation over here between the community. There you go. Have you ever noticed the threaded holes on the MiniFreak? Where are the threaded holes in the back? Are you talking about the Matrix? I just barely started messing with the Matrix recently. The threaded holes, left rear. Well, look now. I'm curious. I think I have. I think I know what you're talking about, because I saw them in the back and I'm like, huh, is that just a vent? I'm going to look now. Here. I'll do it so I don't look all stupid and goofy. There you go. Gone. Yeah, I dismiss those as just vents. Two of the holes are threaded. Check the vents, okay? Sorry, here. I got a bum mic stand over here. That is interesting. It appears that 3 of mine are threaded. I'm going to take this off my desk and look closely at it and possibly get a screwdriver. Hey, thanks for showing me that. Now I'm going to nerd out and go comb the internet and figure out what the hell this is. Thanks for potentially sending me down a rabbit hole, my friend. I'll get lost and never come back. Okay, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to have to make a backup already, because all the ones that we've saved over here. What do we got for a bass? Do a bass on a bass. Let me get this out of my face a little bit more. I had to move my microphone just to get back there. Okay, so the super wave. Okay, so throw the sample. Okay, so does that mean I could do audio in over here? And there's no other menu or anything, so I could just put the audio, feed the audio through here, and it will do what I'm doing over here. I guess it's going along with my voice and getting the microphone that's in the, well, that's interesting. Does it play? Does it play when I go? No, it doesn't do it. Huh. That is interesting. Something to explore later while I have the time to do it. Let's see what you got here. Let's give you do a bass synth bass. Oh yeah, I knew you were going to be that destructive, sir. You mind your manners. I gotta sit it somewhere that's Just tried opening MiniFreak V in Ableton Live, and it recognizes a virtual input. Okay. So by that, I could feed anything into it as the audio in then, correct? Let's see if we get... a save. I'm just going up everyone. I got like 240 of these. You can go all night. It's been like an hour. Yeah, it is late across the pond, Robbie. You're right. Thanks for hanging out with us. Creeping Fear. I know how to make them more afraid. Nice. It's not what it was before. It's a good start. I had to move it up completely, so now it's like kind of in the way. I only got a little bit of room over here. I don't think I want a Vox sound. Talk about a nightmare before Christmas. This is to all you folks out there driving out in traffic, trying to get your last minute Christmas presents, or just trying to navigate through this madness. There's darkness out there in this holiday. Just remember that. This holiday may bring out the best in some people, but it brings out the worst in most. Not for us, though. We're musicians. It brings out the best in us. And sometimes it's having a little darkness on Christmas. Woo. this shit howling at the wind. Creeping fear. That is why I save that patch, and this is why I save my settings. Yeah, holy crap. Howl at the moon. So the input thing is a bit strange. Yeah. Yeah, definitely gonna have to take some time to check it out. Back on the clock. Take it easy, Eternian. Oh my crap. That was great. That was great. And there, I would say, would be the biggest difference here. Since Samurai, have you updated your MiniFreak, sir? I would say the biggest difference between the MiniFreak and the Hydra Synth is that right there. The MiniFreak has a lot more sound designish and a lot more not yet. He says not yet. Not yet. Woo, you are missing out, sir. So we're messing with the sampler, as the title says. Unfortunately, they're not user samples, but the way that you affect the change in them is you link your MiniFreak to the software, as you would do when you update it. It pulls up a screen to do the update. It happens not right away. It's a heavy-duty update, but all you have to do is just plug in your MiniFreak, and the screen pulls up right away. As a matter of fact, let me see if I could dig through that. Let me hit you with the table view over here. Oh, dude, I should have been playing like this the whole time, so it's less software and more hardware. You know, maybe we'll finish it out like this. So anyways, this will be a lot easier because then I could do this and you guys won't be able to see it as much. It is in the downloads. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? I had it on here because I had it up as an example from the other day. And it was the example of what it looks like when you do your update. Because I couldn't do it live. I didn't want to fumble around and figure it out at the last minute. The hell with it, sir. It's on it's on the other ones somewhere. So, yeah. MiniFreak versus Hydra. MiniFreak sequencers beats Hydra. Yeah, and the effects too, I would say. I would say the MiniFreak effects. But that's the thing. They're very different synthesizers, you know. It's like the difference is the MPE or not the MPE. The difference is the polyphonic aftertouch or the not polyphonic. I think you're the one I told has as somebody told me that and I believed it. Either like I just assumed it did like the Hydra synth, and later on they're like, oh, that's what I was talking about was the Hydra thing. I was like, son of a bitch. You know, I mentioned that earlier. But yeah, you know, the differences are that, and the battery powered, you know, the oscillators, you know, they're more old school on the Arturia, so they're more they feel more along the lines of what the hardware did in the 90s, which is really good because they're pretty similar to the knobs that are like on the MPC 3000 and everything. So that's pretty cool. But the Hydra synth has the oscillators that are like Moog oscillators, you know. And those are a lot more fun to play with. Yeah, and with this new update, you know, seven new granular engines. Yeah, it's It's becoming a formidable battle here. But as Georgie says over here, both are must-haves. The combo's great. Don't mind that, folks. That's not our moderators. DL likes his message in self-destruct mode when he heads out. So when he leaves, he Inspector Gadgets all of us. Take care, DL, unless you're going to do a new round for another hour. Don't mean to put you on blast, but... Alright. Probably, maybe, I don't know, maybe a sequence on this. Let's do sequences and move backwards and see. A bit different. Add a steam pipe, bro. Trifecta. Oh my god. You know what that would do to these? See, and that's the thing about it. What I've learned through connecting these through the little Moog boxes is the really nice parts about, you know, connecting those like that is, you know, turning the digital into analog. And while it doesn't do that in a direct way, I mean, it does in a direct way, but like it's really awesome to affect those changes and kind of take the edge off that digital. But if you're doing a patch that already sounds like really good, you know, having those both is like, it's a good combo. So, to your point, it's got me thinking about, you know, connecting other stuff. However, I'm still waiting on that Synthex clone because, like, that's going to scratch my analog synthesizer itch, is a Synthex clone. You know, it's going to be different, but I think it's going to sound right. You know, I think it's going to sound right. And, you know, I've been gunning that for a minute. And now that they're announced the Wave 3, maybe they'll announce again the Synthex being ready. Too late for Christmas, though. That's my last great purchase, steam pipe. No, it isn't. Talk to me in a few years after getting it. Be like, oh man, I really like that steam pipe. It's great, but this one does have the reverb in it. Let me cut the edge off of that. Jamming on this day-breaking patch right now. Dyna breaking? Is that you're jamming on this right now? I think I'm just gonna make it into something completely different. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna start from scratch. Are you jamming with it sounding like this, how it's supposed to sound? Because, like, this sounds a lot better than what I was doing to mess with it. I am still going to take some sample to it and do some action over here. God, what time is it over there? You're like, oh, it's quite late. I keep forgetting it's the weekend still, so, like, everybody's up late on the weekends. This is like our Sunday over here. Oh, wifey's got to work tomorrow. They're going to work her to death. Man. Here, I'm going to get my bitch on for a second here. Hold on. What are we in with the daybreak? I was going to go into the sequence pads. Let me go into the synth instead. We'll see. We'll make it. Nah, tweak the cutoff. Yeah, that really... The cutoff really changes it, for sure. So not only does my wife have to work on Christmas Eve, they're probably going to work her to the bone. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, yes, she has off, but she doesn't get paid for it even though she's scheduled to work that day. Or she would be otherwise if it weren't for the holiday. So they're going to work her to death and then not pay her for that day and be like, Merry Christmas. Thanks for helping us get our Christmas present deliveries out. Asshole. They'll probably give her a bag of goodies or something like that. A $20 gift card to Starbucks or something. You know how these corporations do. Yellow badge means over a year. Yeah, what's even more messed up about it, she just got the message today. She don't get paid until the day after Christmas because her paycheck normally lands on Christmas Day. She gets it on the other side of Christmas, so yeah. Merry Christmas, Amazon workers. 15 months, more than a year. I'd give you some effects, but I don't have a sampler or Fantom here. Let's just go. We'll do it with our, we do have a burner and air in here, but here we'll just finally got pigments for free. Oh shit, good for you, my friend. Yeah, we finally just recently got pigments too. Yeah, it's messed up. Yeah, the effort that you have to do to make, you should see the way that they've been overloading her vans. She typically gets like, has been getting like, I don't know, like 130 to 150 deliveries per day. Now she's up in the 300s every day, just trying to get through it all. And that's how they cap it off. Like, hey, by the way, you don't get Christmas and your paycheck's not coming till after the holiday, jerk. Thanks for helping us make this ecosystem go round. Yeah, so make sure you guys tip or at least, you know, put in a good word for your Amazon workers because they be hurting and man, they really push them. They really push them to their max. Gazed. Yeah, that is a great, yeah. How did you get it for free? Inquiring minds would like to know. Yeah, this is her third year doing delivery driving during the holiday season. It's just her first year being with a company that is contracted through Amazon rather than just doing flex driving. So she has a set pay scale, set hourly wage, you know, protections that she didn't have as a flex driver. So that's the trade-off, you know. She gets screwed over in these times. I mean, you know, maybe they'll do something nice, you know. They're pretty nice about it. You know, you don't know how these companies operate. Sometimes they're like, hey, we just got done, you know, here's something actually reasonable, you know, instead of here's an Amazon shirt or here's an Amazon jacket. The Albanian Syndicate. Welcome, good friend of mine. Yeah, nice. All right, we're going to attach the sampler to this and do something with this sample-wise as well. Bass would be good, but bass grit maybe. Good. Not bad. Let's see what's in the effects. We haven't gone through those. That's promising. Get that release up. branch with a whistle. Huh? So not just a branch with birdies. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, with the bird, you think? You think, Recon? Of course you would like the bird part, huh? I mean, if there were a choice between bird and no bird, I would pick bird. Feeding the virtual input into the VST actually pretty sweet now that I'm figuring it out. Playing it while listening. Funky stuff. That'll be next on our agenda. That'll be our going live for tomorrow. We'll just 2 weeks with the MiniFreak. No bird. So what does that mean? No bird means no magic? Yeah. The machine won. Uncle Crow. It goes. It definitely goes. What do we got for the effect over here? Distortion. Yeah, bird magic, I gotcha. I didn't then, but until you said something, then I'm like, okay, gotcha. I don't feel the volume is lacking at all in the MiniFreak. The MicroFreak, God, I haven't bust out the MicroFreak in a really long time. I didn't have issues with that, but the reason why I didn't have issues with it is because the time that I played with the MicroFreak, I plugged it into a power amplifier, so I would never be able to gauge because I didn't even have to turn it up halfway before it was blasting out a whole 1,000 square feet or so. So, yeah, I mean, it's What about the Behringer Lindrum clone? The fact that you could sample into it is awesome, and the sequencer on it is cool. I don't mind that they use those older pads. Not a big deal. It just, for us, like, we don't need it. Everything that we need right here is within the TR6. You know, just rendering last fun video for my live stream tomorrow. Yeah, dope. Yeah, it was good seeing your thing, too. Balanced audio cable TRS, it works perfectly. Yeah, for sure. The MiniFreak get loud on my BX8s. Yeah, I bet. I'm gonna keep that for now. This is gonna be a fun bit of repatching. We'll do a couple more, then we'll head out. You know, it's been like an hour and a half. But, like, we could be here all night doing patches. Maybe we will just be here all night doing patches. Okay, let's see what we're going to do here. This has got to be a crazy. Okay, so what does taking it out? I think, you know... That resonance is killer. Okay, I definitely had to turn off the sub now. This is Clang 1965. I have the cutoff at about halfway. And the resonance is peaked up just a little bit. But then I have it on the cloud grains. I just like this too much. I don't think I'm gonna... I think the granular's good enough for it. Jesus. See, the MiniFreak takes me down this rabbit hole that just like... It's like this chasm of sound design. And while you could affect the sound design or whatever with the Hydrosynth, it's just... I find myself getting lost in more of this sauce. But I also have to customize the Hydrosynth here like I did at the MiniFreak. But god damn. Take care, Trosto. Thanks for coming through. Great live today, too. Better than the Poly Brew. Anthony. How's it going, little Tussin? Yeah, take care. Hey. Look at... Nope. Get over here on the side of the chair. You mess with the chair, you mess with the camera over here. Yeah, take care for sure. Having the worst sneezing attack for literally the past 30 minutes. Well, this has been good sneezing music, right? Jared says, nothing is better than the Polybrute, all caps, exclamation point. Planted flag. This is great, you know. You can't really gauge them like that because they're in different classes completely. Nothing. Yeah. exhaust will blow that blow that poly bird away. Take care, Mozart. Hey, she said bye to you, little tussin. He didn't see that. He don't be reading words on screens. Look at it. Bye, tussin. Okay, watch out. Camera's right here. Ooh, you touched it. Chocolate fingers? That's not chocolate. Are you needing anything from IK Multimedia? They sent me an email with a promo for $25 off whatever. No, I got their T-Rex deal when it was $50 for the Max Pro. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that. That's the only thing I really care to have from them. Yeah, it immediately made me think of that Showtime special with Dave Chappelle. What's all this chocolate on your face, motherfucker? Oh, it's so good. Alright. I'm gonna turn up the decay a little bit. Get some more release. There we go. Now, let's see how it holds out. Oh, that's so great. Look, Ma, no hands. Yes. Look at that. Fireworks. Oh yeah, I forgot this whole thing. Yeah, man. Whew. That is a great one, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna keep that as is. And that was with the cloud grains on the FX branch. So there you go. Save, you behave. What do we got here? A sequence? Yeah. This one too, shit. Take care, Anthony. Yeah, so the yeah, thanks for stopping by for sure. DL, the all the software thing for the T-Rex is all their like mastering and yeah, like the compressors and stuff like that. The only thing I'm interested from them is that stuff anyway. I got the deal on the what the hell is that? Syntronic or whatever. Is that what it is? Or is that our friend Andy? the synth one, whatever. And I got all those, but I had to uninstall those ones. I'll find something else. Percussion does sound good on these. Okay, we're close to the sequences anyway. Let's just go down. Do you like that? I didn't get a chance to try them really because I don't know if it was the thing with the M3, but something compatibility wise, it didn't like my system, so it threw them all on there, but I couldn't read them through the player, and having them all on there cluttered up my system. And because I couldn't read them, I was like, well, I can't read them. I tried to do a little bit of troubleshooting. It's problematic. I was just like, meh, got rid of it. Didn't matter. We have the Arturia collection now, so here we are again. Yeah, T-Rex has been around since the beginning, you know, before computers were like it was like the first software that really hit in the studios when they were making that transition. When they had those tiny little boxes, they started putting them in the studios like, oh, we're just going to run the mastering through here because it's much easier. And ever since then, you know, they make good stuff for sure. Yeah, because that oxide tape is free, if anybody has a way to get that, because a Plugin Boutique, I think, is giving it away for free with every purchase, get that. It's the best, in my opinion, tape emulator. Not emulator, but it just... I have a lot of tape plugins, and that one's just the best, and I put it on everything. I put it on every... It's in my master chain. You know, I use it on my beats. You know, it's just so good because it produces this fixed stereo field that otherwise wouldn't exist. And you could take out some of the edge of the low end and make it really, really sound sonically like there. It's a great tape plugin. Yeah, doing that too, huh? Oh, my phone died. Take care there. Appreciate you coming through. This is labeled a sequence too, so I'm broke as broke can break. Yo, I love that saying. I'm broke as broke can break. That's a bar for sure. What's this, an E piano? I saved an E piano on here? That doesn't sound like me. That's why. It's all the ways I can change it. Let's see what the sample has, because that's what this stream is about. This will probably be like one of the last ones we'll do, and then we'll probably wrap it up. It's getting late for y'all folks out there. We may do some hippity hop later on this evening. Don't quote me on it though, it just depends. Ooh, that's a difference. So I was wondering on the video what you meant by chaos knob. Oh, I cracked it just longer than insanity password. Yeah, take care, DL. His messages will self-destruct. Here, let's find something else here. Now, this is a good note to end it on for sure. Crazy delay. Oh well. At least the stream health is going good. Yep, it's a good rider home too. Let's find a good sample here. Let's get on the other view here, because we're on the table. Let's go to the screen. So. that do not sound. Well, that sounds different. Yep, there it is. Yeah, for sure. Rich and delicious. Appreciate you guys coming through and checking out this madness. Make sure you guys leave a like on your way out. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please do so. Whatever you can do to help the channel. Check out our website here, viralbeats360.com. All of our music that we made here on the channel, mostly with the Roland Fantom. We have a sound pack, which is all the best of the best sounds and custom patches from the Fantom. Converted Tusson's got the drums and strings all coming through the MPC 3000 limited edition. And we have a free preset pack for the Cherry Audio Mercury 6, so go support us at the website and do what it do. And if not, you're just lurking about, hey, we appreciate the lurk, guys. Engagement is support. Whether you're lurking, saying anything, super chatting, subscribing, whatever you're doing, we appreciate you over here. So this is our abnormally scheduled day, which is Saturday. You know, on our Saturdays here, we kind of go on whenever throughout the day, but our regularly scheduled streaming days are 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Sunday through Wednesday. Now, Wednesday evening is Christmas night. But guess what? We're still going to stream. Why? Because Christmas is going to be over by then. So, even though the holiday is what it is, we'll still be doing our regular streaming. We may skip Christmas Eve, though, because my wife is going to be out there hustling. I want to make sure that I have a nice fat dinner and a bath drawn and all that stuff, so she can kick up her feet and just relax on Christmas Eve. And forget about the fact that her paycheck comes the day after Christmas and she ain't getting paid for the holiday. But it'll be good to be home after all that working, because they're going to work her to the bone. I feel bad that we're not out there doing it, but hey, we got Tussons to take care of. Whew. Take care of Mrs. Beats. Right? I like that. You know, Robbie's all, hey, I've been getting a chance to know Mr. Beats when I donated those memberships. It's like, well, that would make her Mrs. Beats now, wouldn't it? Yeah, a little beater, little Tussin beater. Yeah. Mama Tussin been working hard this year. We've all been working hard this year. So even with all this madness going on, if it weren't for how hard we've been working this year, this would completely devastate Christmas. And while it does complicate Christmas because we can't do the things that we wanted to do for Christmas, still, we were proactive and got some stuff done early. The boys taken care of. We're taking care of for each other. Everybody out here is taken care of. And no matter what we do, we'll be here. We'll also be here for Christmas Eve and Christmas night on our regularly scheduled 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to be here for all you guys out here who don't celebrate the holidays or who won't celebrate the holidays and have some contention with it, because we feel that too. We know what it's like to be separated from family and being down on our luck, so we want to make sure that we're there to talk to everybody. So, yeah. We'll be on all week, you know. Like I said, the only discrepancy may be that Christmas Eve, but I guarantee they will keep her out, and we'll have time to stream and still make it for Mama Tuzzin. We'll see how it goes. This town is still growing. It's weird times out there, and they're pushing it to the max, so we'll see. Appreciate you guys coming through. And I think the next stream we're gonna get back into our hip-hop activities like we're gonna start doing, and we'll make that our Sunday thing. So we got some mixing and some mastering to do. We got some content going up. I am going to do an updated version of getting your samples and connecting the MiniFreak and all that for the people out there, just because this is that big of an update and it's just that good. So shout out to Arturia. We're not sponsored by them by any stretch. We just like what we likes over here, and we gets what we gets, and we play with what we have. You know, we learn our equipment. You know, that's the thing. Got to learn your equipment. And when your equipment comes with great joy for the holiday season, it couldn't have happened at a better time. So, and Uncle Chrome just said it right here in the chat. They just do it right. So shout out to Arturia for doing it right. It started here with us being in their ecosystem with this here MiniFreak. And since then, actually we got the Keylab MK2, but that doesn't really count. My bad. Don't mean to hit the camera over here. You're right. All right. You know, but since then, you know, we got the effects collection. We got the V collection. You know, we got to have the first look and the first gander at the stellar version of the MiniFreak. You know, we got to take this out and, you know, do everything with it. So it's been a great ride. You know, it's been fun kicking with you guys, you know, and hanging out, you know, connecting on Symptoms of Reality for a lot of you guys. Uncle Chrome says, I live in the V and FX collections. Yeah, we happened to get it right when the Synthex dropped, and it was perfect because I've always wanted that synclavier, so it's like perfect to have for that. Oh, it's so pretty. Take myself off here. Take care, everybody. Appreciate you guys coming through. I'll take off the screen up here. The MiniFreak 3.0. Out here changing the game for digital synthesis. Thank you, everybody, for sure. I appreciate you guys. Those likes really shoot it up in the algorithm, too. Take care, Fred. Appreciate you. Jared. Another thing that we are working on here for New Year's, we are curating a playlist, and it's not only with all the music that we've done here on Viral Beats, but it is all the best of the best music that I've ever done, going for hours and hours for New Year's. And that will be live, so putting that together, and we'll be seeing you guys on the next live stream. So love y'all. Take care, everybody.